It's your travel agent, David, and today I am in Anchorage, Alaska at the Alaska Aviation History Museum. So we're going to go check out a bunch of their static displays, the restoration hangar, and a few other cool things. And you're probably going to learn something today that you never knew before. Let's go check it out. All of these are airplane skis. So in Alaska, you've got wheeled, you have ski, and you have like pontoon for seaplanes. So there's a lot of different types of aviation that happen in Alaska because of the terrain. Did you know that there was a battle in North America during World War II? So what happened was Japan had planned to attack the Aleutian Islands, and in order to pull the U.S. Navy up so it would come away from Midway, and then they would take over Midway and then defeat the U.S. Navy when they came back. Now, despite the loss at Midway, Japan proceeded with the Aleutian Island operation. On June 7th, Japanese troops occupied Attu and Kiska Islands in the outer Aleutians. Attu was then populated by 44 people in a single Unanigan or Aleutian village, and then Kiska was populated by a 10-man Navy weather team. All were captured and became Japanese prisoners. Thus began a year-long struggle. The Americans tried to throw the Japanese out of Alaska. The Japanese tried to stay. From June of 1942 to May of 1943, the U.S. built new bases in the Aleutian Islands, each progressively closer to Attu and Kiska. The Japanese reinforced Attu and Kiska and then attempted to build airfields on both islands. In May of 1943, over 17,000 U.S. and Japanese troops faced each other on the island of Attu, and in a 3-week-long battle, the Battle of Attu, 549 U.S. troops would die, and only 28 Japanese soldiers would survive. During this battle, there was a doctor that kept a diary. They found a diary, and here's an excerpt from the diary. It's from a Dr. Tatagushi. He was at medical school in Southern California, which is now Loma Linda University. He graduated and returned to Japan. He became a Seventh-day Adventist, working at the sanitarium in Tokyo. Now, because of his ties to America and his religion, they didn't give him a commission. They just made him a medical officer. And Taguchi arrived in Attu in March of 1943. And here is the final entry into his diary. Battle. Today at 2000 hours, we assembled in front of the headquarters. The field hospital took part also. The last assault is to be carried out. All the patients in the hospital were made to commit suicide. Only 33 years of age, and I am to die here. I have no regrets. Bonsai to the Emperor. I am grateful that I have kept peace in my soul with Christ bestowed upon me. At 1800, took care of patients with grenades. Goodbye, Teiko, my beloved wife, who loved me to the last. Until we meet again, grant you Godspeed. Mishka, who just became 4 years old, will grow up unhindered. The number participating in this attack is a little over 1,000 to take the enemy artillery positions. It seems that the enemy is expecting to make an all-out attack tomorrow. Now, after the battle was over, a group of American officers, including 2 doctors, inspected the Japanese hospital, where they found 18 Japanese soldiers lying in bed, dead by morphine overdose. On the floor was a dead Japanese doctor. The 2 American doctors looked at each other. They had known the doctor as Paul Tatagushi, a classmate from medical school. I was going to mention it later, but now's the perfect time. When you're coming here to the museum, you have to cross an active taxiway. So you got to make sure you look left and right. Airplanes get the priority. Then you're going to cross the taxiway. You can go past the hangars to the dead end, take a right. There's a sign that says not a public parking. Don't worry, if you're coming here to pay, you're not public. Take a right, and parking will be on your right. If you saw my video from Juneau, I've been in the hangar that was Alaska Airlines' first business. So they started off in the seaplane business and then eventually graduated to where they are today. So it's pretty interesting to see this airplane that's an Alaska Airlines aircraft. I love seeing history. How cool is this to be in the restoration hangar? So they actually have a P-40 Warhawk frame right here, fuselage, that they're going to be restoring, as well as a few other aircraft. I've never been in a restoration hangar before. I've always seen them. They're like, there's where the restoration's happening, but I've never been able to see it. This is cool. I know that plaque was hard to read, but that's the actual air traffic control tower for out here. It was built in 1962, and then when they stopped using it, they brought it out here. And it's hard to tell, but this is the Spruce Goose, if you will. Right? It is the Catalina Canzo. It is the PBY 5 Alpha. It'd be cool to see if they restore that. And then right next to them is another seaplane, and ooh, it's icy out here. It is a Beechcraft C-45 to Beach 18 Sierra, whatever that means, and a UC-45 Foxtrot Expediter. Maybe that is the exact nomenclature for this aircraft. Well, that completes our time here at the Air Museum. If you have any questions about it, let me know. And as always, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helped me out. Appreciate you.